What's up, Sagittarius? It's your girl Sid, and welcome to your November 2021 general reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you all are new here, hello and welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back. If you all are interested in personal readings outside of this YouTube general reading, if you would like it just to be for you, you're going to go over to SavySentient.com and book a personal there. There will be a link in the description box below, along with the direct me link, which contains all of my social media, so you can follow me everywhere. So let's go ahead, Sag, and get into your general reading for the month of November, or whenever you happen to find this video. All right, if it resonates for you, then it is meant for you. Because this is a general reading, there may be parts that do not resonate for you. There may be pieces that do. Take what does, leave what does not. If none of it resonates for you, please check your moon, rising, and Venus signs. What is the overall energy of this reading for Sagittarius? Please, Spirit. All right. So we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a very sneaky energy. This is a deception. This can also be strategy, someone being strategic against you, or you needing to have some type of strategy. As you see in this particular deck, it's represented by a fox, which would be sly as a fox type of behavior. Okay, so there may be some deception around you at this time. Let's pull a 9-card spread to see what this is all about. Okay. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective? What is the Seven of Swords all about? What messages do you have for the Sag Collective? All right. Messages for Sag, please. Messages for Sag, please. Okay. We have the Five of Cups starting your reading out with the Eight of Cups in reverse. All right. Let's get 7 more cards out, please, for Sag. Too many. 7 more cards out for Sag. What did try to show itself to me was the 10 of Swords, which is a painful ending, backstabbing, betrayals. All right. The Queen of Wands is showing herself. You may be dealing with someone with fire energy, specifically Leo. In the center of the reading is the Two of Hazards, which is the Two of Pentacles, which is an imbalance. Some type of imbalance here. This could be, because this is general, this could be about work. This can be about some type of personal relationship or romantic relationship. Take it as it resonates, even if I don't read it as such. Okay. All right. So at the top of your reading, again, we have the Five of Cups. You do have some type of regret that you're holding on to. The Five of Cups is a card that represents crying over spilled milk. All right. It can also indicate a need to not cry over the spilled milk, okay? Not hold on to things that you can no longer fix. What's done is done. Instead, you're needing to focus on what you still have ahead of you. In the traditional deck, the Five of Cups has 3 cups knocked over and 2 still standing. You're needing to focus on what is still standing. Here in the center of your reading, there's the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's imbalance here. Typically, this is juggling, trying to balance out your priorities when it's in the upright. However, in the reverse, you may be finding it difficult to even maintain right now, or even prioritize certain things that you're needing to prioritize. You may feel like your life is in disarray or some type of chaos. However, finishing out the reading, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune indicates that this is a time of transition, or you will be moving into a time of transition. And also that the Wheel of Fortune is moving in your favor. This is good luck. This is cycles and changes. All right. So in the top, we do have the Five of Cups, the Eight of Cups in reverse, as well as the Ten of Pentacles. So there is something that you had to let go of, or for some of you all, you have not let go of it yet. You know that you need to. You know that you need to. This could be what the Seven of Swords energy is about. Perhaps there is a person or a situation in your life that you know is deceptive. Perhaps you've seen some type of evidence of it, and that's where the regret comes from. All right? Knowing that this person or this situation is no good for you, and knowing that you have to walk away from it. However, being reluctant with the Eight of Cups in reverse to walk away from it. Perhaps you're feeling like that person or that situation is this Ten of Hazards, Ten of Pentacles, which would be stability, which would be family, a stable and happy family. I do want to clarify this a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and break down the whole spread for you before we do. All right. Again, like I said, the person in the center of this reading may be a Leo. Doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, but the Queen of Wands is very fiery, passionate energy, very charismatic and charming. Perhaps you've been charmed by someone who had you believing that things were a certain way, made you believe that they felt a certain way. If this is a job situation, the Queen of Wands could be a boss, made you feel like, you know, your situation at work was ideal, everything was going to be okay, only to find out that everything was not okay and that there was chaos and there was a lack of balance. For some of you all, I'm hearing that your life and your work balance are out of balance, okay? And you may be finally seeing that whatever it is not as it seems, with the Sun card representing clarity here. It represents a lot of things, but in this instance, I'm feeling like this is about you gaining clarity. So I don't feel like whatever the deception is, you're unaware. You're not unaware of it. You see it very clearly with the Sun card there. However, you are trying to temper the situation with the Temperance card here. You're trying to be patient with it. Perhaps you are even adopting that Seven of Swords energy by trying to strategize how to best handle the situation, how to best close out the cycle here with the Wheel of Fortune. Because of the Three of Cups, you're feeling like this person is a part of your community, or this person is family to you. If this is a work situation, the environment is very familial. You may have certain co-workers that you adore, that you look forward to seeing day in and day out, and you just don't know how to go about separating yourself from the situation, even though you know it's necessary. But there is definitely a change on the horizon with the Wheel of Fortune here. But be patient and do take your time. Don't make any abrupt movements, okay? I feel like the Seven of Swords energy is you needing to strategize as well. You see the situation for what it is. So now how do you go about removing yourself in a way where you are not further harmed or affected, where you're not further hurt, okay? Because you do seem very reluctant to leave the situation with the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Let's go ahead and clarify. Why is the Eight of Cups in the reverse? Oh. So the reason why the Eight of Cups is in the reverse is because the Three of Swords and the Magician. So it's painful for you. The Three of Swords, for me as a reader, is intentional pain inflicted. Now, you may be feeling like walking away from the situation, you are manifesting pain for this person or maybe several people involved in the situation, or it is because of what you've heard this person has said or done that's caused you pain that you now have to be resourceful and do what you have to do to both remove this person or this situation from your life while also not losing your resources. Okay. So it looks like it's a very difficult and tight situation. And the key here is you coming out of it, not losing anything else. I feel like there's definitely some hurt feelings involved here. Some mistrust. Why is the Ten of Hazards here? Why is the Ten of Hazards here? Why is the Ten of Hazards here? We have the Two of Swords coming out, needing to make a head over heart decision. Clarify further. Why is the Ten of Hazards here? You're needing to do this to create some type of a breakthrough, to gain some type of victory. You need to make a head over heart decision. But I feel like your primary concern is about your stability and how making this decision will affect your stability. If that's the case, I do feel like with the Ace of Swords also representing some type of victory and breakthrough, you're not going to be affected negatively. In fact, holding on to the situation is where the negativity comes in. Clarify the Three of Cups. Clarify the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, community, friendship, celebration is highlighted by the Six of Swords, needing to move away. Needing to move away from what doesn't serve you. So if this person feels like family, or if this job feels familial, you're safe and comfortable there outside of how whatever the deception was, you're still having to move away from it because the situation as a whole is baggage, and the Six of Swords is about leaving baggage where it's at and moving away to calmer waters. All right. So let's go ahead and pull some Island Time Wellness Oracle cards for those of you all that this is indeed a relationship, whether it be a friendship or a romantic situation. What messages do we have for Sagittarius? All right. First card that comes out. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. That's where the Wheel of Fortune comes in. Transformation, transition, new cycles. It's time for you to let whatever this was go. This situation is a codependent situation, so it is not healthy. The deception here may have been that you thought it was a happier, more harmonious situation than it is, when it is actually codependent and obsessive, possessive, controlling, a block or a restraint for you. And then the Axe card. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. So again, this is just an unhealthy codependent relationship, and it is best that you separate from it. The Grim Reaper and the Axe come out. Two cards of separation. Okay, two cards of ending. All right, so it's time to move on to new cycles, to better things. Luck is on your side. All you have to do is the walking away. All right. So what messages do we have, Moonology, for Sagittarius? What messages do we have, Moonology, for Sagittarius? The very first card that comes out says, don't let pride get in your way. The full moon in Leo. Okay, putting your pride to the side. Okay, with a lot of relationships, or even in this case, if it's not a relationship, if it's a job, a project, a friendship, we have expectations. We have ideas for how it's going to turn out. And when it doesn't, it is a blow to our ego. Leo energy, this is not the time for you to let pride get in your way. Put your ego to the side. You have to do what is best for you in spite of how it looks, in spite of if it feels like a defeat of some sort. This is not the time to beat your chest. This is a time to protect yourself, protect your energy, and move on to situations that are more beneficial to you and that are not harmful to you. Okay? The next card that comes out says, adjustments are required. Removing yourself from certain situations in certain relationships may cause the necessity for an adjustment to be required. I said earlier in the reading that losing this situation or losing this friendship would also cause you to lose resources. This is a time where you make the adjustments, okay? If this is a job and you know that you have to get up out of there, but money is limited, what can you cancel? What subscription can you cancel or pause? What can you buy as far as like, I don't know, maybe you typically get bottled water. All that money you're spending on bottled water, perhaps you need to get a water filter. Save some money. But you're just going to have to figure out how to cut corners and make adjustments to make the situation work for you while simultaneously removing the thing from your life that's not serving you. Okay? And finally, show the world the real you. Being in situations that are toxic, being in situations that are codependent does have an effect on you as a person. You may not be the codependent party, you may not be the toxic party, but being in that energy, being in such close proximity to that toxicity will cause you to deflate, will cause you to do less, hide yourself, make yourself smaller. Now that this situation is being closed out, it is necessary for you to be you and to show the world who you are in the absence of such toxicity. This is a time for you to be able to shine. Okay? There's nothing blocking or obstructing the view of your light anymore. So now is the time for you to shine. Okay, Sag? Let's go ahead and get some rebel messages. All right. Talk nicely or not, rebel, but tell them what they need to hear. We already got one on the floor. Bruh. Which one fell? I'm coming. It's a struggle. All right. The very first card that comes out says you're being shady. Watch out. Shit could get ugly. This may not be for all of you, but for some of you, because you now realize who this person is, or because you now realize what the situation is at that job or that environment, instead of backing out of it quietly and respectfully, you may be taking shots on social media. You may be making little snarky remarks instead of just bowing out gracefully. You need to watch that shit, because shit could get ugly. All right? Try to take the high road. I know that that's difficult sometimes in certain situations, because sometimes we need to just get that last little jab in, but sometimes it's necessary for us to take the high road. The next card says, you are the best thing that has ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. All right? Sometimes you got to cater to yourself. All right? And finally, you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up. Now, again, going back to how we lessen ourselves and make ourselves smaller in the presence of certain toxicity and certain low vibe people. You may have let your appearance slip. You may be presenting with the things that you post on social media or the things that you're saying as a shit show to people who truly know you. You need to clean that shit up. If you ain't doing your hair and your makeup and keeping yourself together as a result of who you've been around, now is the time to fix that. Okay? If the way that you talk, the way that you think, if you're parroting things that a toxic person said, you need to correct that. And remember who the fuck you are so that the words that come out of your mouth are your own. Okay? Take it how it resonates. All right, let's go ahead and get some advice for you. All right, what advice do we have for the Sag Collective? Advice for Sag. Advice for Sag, period. Girl. All right, and can I get a postcard from Spirit for the Sagittarius Collective? Your advice right here in the middle of Scorpio season is the Death card, Scorpio energy. This is a time of death, rebirth, and transformation for you, Sagittarius. There's a new cycle beginning here for you. For a lot of you, this is a cycle that you all have manifested. This is something that you've asked for. So now is the time to put to an end anything negative or toxic. It's time to let it die. Anything that has caused you pain, Ten of Swords energy, anyone who's betrayed you or backstabbed you, it is time to let all of that shit die and manifest what you truly deserve. Create the life that you truly deserve, because trust, everything that you want, you have access to. Whether it be tangibly or whether you have to manifest it and pull it down out the vortex for yourself. But you have access to it. Okay? But first, you must let what is dead stay dead and move around. You got to get rid of it. All right? And then manifest what is truly meant for you. And the postcard from your spirit team, what they would like to say to you on this day, says, dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there might be times that you find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude without diminishing yourselves or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You don't need to do this for that in your exchange with others. You're doing good in the world. Let the world give back to you and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone and with no help. Let your will be filled. We all love you so much over here. So much. All right, Sag, so that is your postcard from Spirit. That is your message, and that is your reading. If this resonates for you, please let me know how in the comments below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And until the very next time I read for you, Sag, I'm wishing you all love and light and everything right, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.